Welcome everybody, whatever time you're listening to me. I'm so glad you found me and you found this channel. Welcome. Feel at the seat of breakthrough. This is where we crush every imagination, thought, beliefs, everything that holds us back from being the person that we were created to be. Breakthrough is possible. And now today I'd like us to talk about a crucial part of the process of breakthrough. And this is what I call the emotional wounds. In the process of growing up, we are wounded differently, but our psyche stores the consciousness of those wounds in our mindset. And so you look at people in relationships and the way they relate to other people, to themselves, to the world around them. You just see patterns of wounds. And by the way, you can tell if you have those emotional wounds that need healing. And could be you've tried everything and you still feel you're not where you're supposed to be. You still feel you're not fulfilled. There's something missing. Emotional wounds. When you learn to heal your emotional wounds, you're free of the pain, free of waiting, and this is what I would like us to expose, to discuss. And thank you for joining me. So if you always feel left out, you always feel left out by others, then I want you to be, keen, because that's actually an emotional wound. Like you can never be alone and you always feel like people are going ahead of you. They are leaving you. People are leaving you. Then there's a sense in which you want to slow down, heal your emotional self. If you always feel like you're being left out by other people, or you hate being alone. See, there are some of us that cannot really take being alone. And you look at people in their relationships. There are people who are in hurting relationships, not because they want to be there, but because they are so wounded, they cannot be alone. They feel like if you're alone, you're dead, you're quenished. No, you can heal yourself, take back your power so you can feel enough, complete and totally healed through the process of self-love, self-acceptance, where you can see yourself for who you are and know that all these are things you learned on the way. And all of us have learned, we've been wounded in a way or another. We can be healed through the same process. So if you feel people are leaving you out, you're always, you feel like you're being left out, you feel like you can never be alone, you feel like you need to depend on other people. Yani, you yourself, by yourself, you can't do anything. You're nobody. You don't trust yourself. And sometimes you give power to people who are weaker than you. Let me ask you, have you felt like this? Have you felt like you don't want to be alone? You don't want to be left out? I've been in a relationship where you feel it's not home, but you can't leave. It's because you're wounded deep inside. You don't want to be alone. There are people that will cleave to other people so much. They don't want to leave. That's why the marriage idea, It's not a good idea for broken people. It's not. Because then you get an excuse to cleave to someone else's son, and like a leech, you can't leave me. And even when things are not working, you're holding on like a leech. It's because you're sick. Emotionally speaking, you need to heal yourself. You need to heal. If you're in a relationship, you're not whole, you're not yourself, and you're still there hanging on in the name of Jesus. Let me tell you, there ain't Jesus there. If there's no joy, there's no Jesus. Kingdom of God is peace, love, and joy. But you are just holding on. Holding on to what? Brother, to what, my sister? Follow the kingdom. Follow joy. But you can only do that. You can take back your power when you can, you get to that place where you love yourself for who you are. If you find you're always attracting emotionally unavailable people, you're wounded. Because wounded people attract wounded people. You're always attracting emotionally unavailable people. And they are there just to use you and leave you high and dry. And you're living from one brother to another, from one relationship to another. The problem is not out there. The problem is within you. Heal yourself. You're emotionally wounded. Heal yourself. Find that healing in your heart. Accept yourself. Deal with whatever stories you're telling yourself. Crush them. Find a coach that can guide you through a process of healing so you can break through to your destiny. This life is too short to live for someone else, to be in a prison of your emotions. We are captives of our own minds, prisoners of our own destiny. Come on, you're gonna wake up. How long do you have to live? Living for people. You got to wake up. You got to heal, transform, find yourself. Another, type of wounds is when you're always guilty. Yani, especially if you're a religious person, you're always guilty. At every corner, you can be arrested for no reason because you're always guilty. For what? In fact, you're apologizing to the road. I'm sorry. Yeah, please. I'm sorry. You're apologizing even to yourself. Yani, you're so guilty. Let me tell you, you are wounded. Heal yourself. It's emotional wounds. Find healing through a process of coaching and self-awareness. Find healing. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and wasting other people's times by getting into relationships. Because if you're wounded, there's nothing you're giving. You can't give when you're leaking. Your tank is leaking. What are you going to give? The only thing you can do is hurt other people, because hurting people hurt people. Find time. Take your time. Invest in yourself. Find yourself. Heal yourself. What are you apologizing for? You're walking into this planet tiptoeing, apologizing to nature, to the sun, to the moon, to everything. I'm sorry. Wake up, man. Take back your power. You're a child of the Most High. You are precious. You deserve to walk through this world with pride. You deserve it. Take back your power. It doesn't matter what happened. Those are stories. Stories will remain stories. You believe them. You have built them. You have believed them. You have protected yourself with them. Now it's time to divorce them. It's time to divorce your story. If you're always easily manipulatable by other people, or you manipulate other people, it's because actually you are wounded yourself. Okay, you're always threatening to leave. if you behave like this, I'll leave. No, why don't you just leave? Tembea. Why are you threatening people? Allah, Allah, Allah. You just walk. There's no need to threaten people. And this is a sign that there are emotional wounds that needs to be healed from deep within. If you always need to threaten people for them to stay and love you, no, your love relationship is with a knife on your hand. You have to threaten people for them to stay around you. You're wounded. You need help. You're hurting. Man, if you don't heal, there's no other life, there's no other area of your life where you find joy. There's no joy right here in your heart. Once you find that joy here, every other area of your life begins to change. You begin to feel the sweetness of life. But if you ignore your heart, you ignore those wounds that are crying for your healing, then you're always manipulating people. You can't be in a true relationship and just be yourself and love people for who they are. Lavish people. You have to control them. You're hurting. You need a hospital. Go find a coach, a good one, that will help you deal with that story so you can live a life of joy and freedom. Okay? You're always afraid of boundaries. Always watching people. When you're so careful. You can't breathe. You're getting into a meeting. You're always watching people's moves. You're not safe on the planet. You feel like this place is not a safe place. You're wounded. And it doesn't matter when this happened. That's a story for another day. But you can heal without really focusing on your story so much. Because if you focus on the story, what happened, why it happened, who was there, what were they telling me, no. Just focus on yourself. Heal that place so that you are home in your heart. You are home in your heart. So if you find you're attracting all these people make you feel guilty, there are people you relate with. Every time you feel like apologizing for being around them. Even you, why are you apologizing? It's because you're just like them. So birds of feather flock together. Wounded people, you've stayed with so many wounded people that you can't know yourself. You're wounded because you think this is the way the world operates. This is the way we are. We are all wounded. No, it's you. Heal yourself. Find a place that you can heal. Get your freedom. And once you get there, every other thing will begin, to work for your good. And so, my friend, if you find it's hard to trust people, yani, you can't trust people, you can't trust yourself. It's hard to trust. You're always afraid of being hurt. You're careful. And now you are almost 40 and you're not married because you can't trust anyone. You can't trust them. By the time you have that conversation on WhatsApp, you're suspecting. Even before you get married, you're suspecting because you can't trust anyone. This life is too short for you to be lived with those wounds. And unless you heal yourself, there's no relationship you'll be happy. You have to find a way to heal yourself, find a way to feel safe on this planet, find a way to enjoy life. Okay? Some of us, we were so neglected. We were neglected. Guys were taken to boarding school when they were 2 years old. You're taken, you were removed. Yani, you are taken to, your parents were pushing you away. It's good riddance. You just get, and that rejection got into your system. It's like the world has rejected you. Now, you can't blame your parents because if they knew better, they would have done better, of course. So, but now it's time to heal yourself. You're going into your late 20s, 30s, 40s, man, and you're still in the same story. It's time to heal. It's time to heal so you can be happy and fulfilled. Some of us are warriors, but deep inside we are wounded. We are broken deep inside. We feel afraid. Outside we look, ready to fight, but it's because inside we are wounded. We are so afraid. Outside we look like eagles, like we want to fly and land on greatness. But inside we are chicken, rained on because of what we've gone through. Now, Where do you start? You start by self-acceptance. This is where you are. You story are rejecting yourself, just looking at telling yourself, this is the way life is. This is not the way life is. This is the way your life is. It's not the way life is, ni kusafa, ni kuhustle. No, it's you. It's you. Just know that this is your life and you have a choice. You're not a victim of circumstances. You have a choice. So if you are neglected, you are pushed aside, you grew up as a loner, and you created that wound every time you're jealous of other people, you never enjoyed life. This is a prison for you, and you don't feel safe. You feel like life is a struggle, or you struggle to say no, always. Saying no is like you need, a whole army for you to just say no. I tell you, before you heal yourself, it becomes a challenge. You feel like it's a struggle. You feel like you have a low self-worth, like you don't deserve. You don't deserve life. Even when you have great opportunities, you still feel you don't deserve. Truth is, you can be given everything. You still feel the same. Okay, guys, so this is just an awareness conversation, guys. All of us have gone through emotional wounds, and they reflect in our finances. The way you relate with money, the way you relate to people, the way you relate with your dreams reflects on your wounds. Some of us, our wounds will be expressed by the way we get angry. Yani sparks. Shh. If someone comes near us, shh, sparks. People cannot even spend 10 minutes with us, they are gone. Sparks. Others are so uncomfortable with people. Yani, it's like people smell. You're with someone for 10 minutes, you want to go. You want to find the next excuse for you to get out. So you make a fake phone call. Hello, is this the president? Hello, is this the president of the Republic of Kenya? Yes. You're just finding an excuse for you to get out of that conversation. Why? You're ashamed of yourself. You're wounded. You have low self-esteem. You're angry with yourself. You're angry with life. It's time to begin to accept yourself. Those emotions you've repressed. Yani mpaka lini? Until when? Can you repress those emotions? And then one day you just go boom and blow out people that are innocent. Find time to heal yourself. I've left there, a consultation session. If you're the kind of person that feels life is too short to keep suffering, from all these emotional wounds, and I need help, call me. I have given you a free consultation session. And make sure you've subscribed to this channel because we are sharing great content every single day. So please share and let someone get help even as we seek our freedom. Life is too short to suffer. It's me, your boy, Jeff Israel Thiwa, and we are here to live life with zero limits, zero limit. If you're living any other life, of prison, of imprisoning yourself, I want you to know you have a choice to continue that way or a choice for freedom. God bless. Take care. Bye.